starting with you, Isha, what was your initial response to the big news that broke this morning?
Oh, Kobe, I was extremely shocked. I mean, the situation at my house was it was 8 a.m. I was asleep. I wake up and I see texts from all of you guys. And I just think it's, we're talking about another episode or something. I open it up and I see Hamilton to Ferrari. And it was insane. I jump out of bed, get ready. I go to school. And the whole time while I was in college and at work, the only thing on my mind was Hamilton going to Ferrari. And at first I was hoping that, it's just rumors, nothing's confirmed yet. And then slowly the news came out that it's been confirmed, and then we saw the statement from Mercedes, from Ferrari, and then from Carlos Sainz. And just the whole time, I've been really, really shocked. I'm excited that we're talking about it now because it's a really, really hot topic right now, and I'm just yeah. I guess the biggest word to describe it is shock.
Exactly the same for me, Isha, and it was literally 10 o'clock here in the UK in the morning. I was having a lie-in because I was up until 2 a.m. waiting for MotoGP that never came on. You might remember I said it last night on the Grid Tonight show. So just catching up on sleep from Daytona. And my phone is usually on Do Not Disturb, but all the F1 and all the journalists that we speak to, they're all on the bypass in case something like this happens. I woke up to my phone practically ringing. It was getting so many notifications. I thought, what is going on? So I pick it up, and all I read is Hamilton. And I was like, oh, is he retired? And I'm half asleep scrolling through this. Ferrari, no news official yet. I was like, what on earth is this? I literally jump up out of bed, run downstairs, and just say, Hamilton, he's Ferrari. I barely came my words out. He's like, he's going to Ferrari. And then I got pointed out I was just in boxers, so that was a sign. But Hamilton, Ferrari, and remember, this is my family's motorsport mad. They're all in the commentary box with me. My dad, Ian Birch, he could not believe it. It took him a while to process it. I think it did me. Megan had woken up. She'd already been working on some university work, much like you, Isha. She was going like, no, what? No. And then Mum wasn't at the house, so we gave her a text, and she was like, no. And older brother was like, doesn't really follow Formula One anymore since I, sort of wrecked it for him because that was 24/7 with it. He was going like, really? Hamilton, Ferrari? I didn't think that. So, and then I've had phone calls throughout the day from friends and I didn't even know watch Formula One. Was like, is it true? What's going on here? I've had conversations with people I've been spoken to in years about it as well. People that I've known for 15 years, I didn't know watched Formula One, have texted me saying about it all. It has been the weirdest day. I do not remember anything like this in the history of the sport that since I've been covering it. We've had Senna announcing he's leaving to go to Williams. We've had Rosberg shock retirements. But I don't think we've ever had this where it's come completely out the blue that he's going. We'll get into it later on the script that we've had rumours over the years that he's going to go to Ferrari, but that's always been quickly nullified. To have it confirmed in the space of less than 12 hours, it's like today's just been a hit on fast forward. So I think everyone's a little jumpy. I've had too much coffee to try and keep awake of it all. I've filmed a podcast with our own Matt White and Jess Ball as well. And yeah, we've just all been processing the news and it's been absolutely fantastic. And me personally, I'm mixed. I think it could be good, it could be bad, and it's what this sport does best. It throws us curveballs. So yeah, I'm looking forward to getting to testing and talking about it some more.
Well, I hate to say it, but my first thought was you better get your 8th this year because I don't see it. I mean, you guys know how I feel about. I mean, I'm disappointed because I'm like I don't know that I can make fun of Ferrari anymore because I can't disrespect a 7-time world champion like that. But this is so shocking to me because this is, keep in mind, a team that has not won anything in terms of championships since 2008, hasn't won a driver since 2007. And I think, you can flash back to about a decade ago when Lewis did this, leaving McLaren to go to Mercedes. Everybody was wondering what he was doing there. Obviously that worked out. In the next 8 years, he had 6 more championships to go with his one that he had with McLaren. But I guess the 2 questions that I have are, why not now? Why wait a year? If you clearly, the only reason he's still doing this, I think, is to get that 8th world championship. I remember the first year I really watched Formula One full time. I think 2015, he went on CBS's 60 Minutes and said, I want to stop when I'm 37. I'll probably go do something else. So he just turned 39. So he's still here chasing that 8th championship to break Michael Schumacher's record. I think that's the main thing that's keeping him going and has kept him energized and kept him fired up wanting to do that. clearly, if he's willing to leave Mercedes, he must see something within the team that makes him think, the grass might be greener somewhere else in the paddock. So that leads to the second question, why Ferrari? Because I feel like there's only one team, really, if the last few years are any indication, there's one team that Lewis could go to that would grant him the opportunity to win a championship. It has red in the name, but it's not the team whose car is painted red. Of course, I'm talking about Red Bull. And you thought the internet broke today. Can you imagine if Max Verstappen and Lewis Hamilton were going to be teammates in 2025? I don't know if Twitter or X, I'm sorry, could handle that. So I'm trying to process all of this like you all are. I'm sure it hasn't really fully hit us yet, and it probably won't for a while because we do have one more full season of him in the Mercedes to look forward to, and we'll see how things go over there. I have a feeling it's probably just going to be another season of the Max Verstappen show with Red Bull. But if anybody could shock us and deliver something, worth talking about that would go down in Formula One history and create something successful out of a move like this, it's certainly Sir Lewis Hamilton.
If I could just hop in, if you remember, we were talking about this with Matt and Jess earlier on. We actually did have Christian Horner in Abu Dhabi come out and say, well, Lewis and me, we've had a conversation. We've had a discussion. He wanted to join our team. And then it quickly got nullified and shut down in the media by Lewis and everything. But I'm now genuinely starting to think, did he have a conversation with Christian about joining Red Bull as early as 2024 or 2025? And I think it went downhill as soon as Christian sort of opened it up, because instead of a quiet little, off the record chat, Christian blew it up and just said, look, we've had a talk. God knows if it's going anywhere, but he's not happy at Mercedes. So that did come out in Abu Dhabi. And even throughout last year, back in Monaco and all that lot, we were hearing rumors that Hamilton was leaving Mercedes for Ferrari. And then throughout the year, we had Hamilton openly criticizing Mercedes, and it's just sort of been like a slow burn. That it's been one of the most weird dot to dots we've ever had, and it just keeps going in different places. We can't work it out.
Yeah, well, but to your point, Josh, those are my two main things that I'm wondering coming from this news. Why not Red Bull? Because, with no disrespect to Checo Perez, I have a feeling if Christian Horner had the opportunity to pair Lewis Hamilton alongside Max Verstappen, I think that's a no-brainer. And if that's the case, then why have this, as we're about to talk about, I think, lame duck year, if you will, where you're leaving the team, that you think, at least, that's why you're leaving, that you have a better chance of winning a championship elsewhere. Why continue to see out 2024 instead of trying to ask for a contract buyout a year early so that you can get a head start on that new journey? Those are my two questions that I still have to be asking myself here.